Hi everyone, I'm in the Mayr clinic, the new Mayr clinic in Altaussee, and I've just done day one of the regime. It's called the cure. I'm here for a week, which is the minimum they recommend, but some people stay for up to 3. Totally depends on how much time and money you have. So it's 7:30 p.m. now, and we've had dinner, done the whole day's activities, and there's nothing to do. So we got the flight from London Gatwick to Salzburg at 8 a.m. so we arrived at like 11 a.m. in Austrian time. Takes an hour to get from the airport by car to Altaussee. I don't think there's any other way to do it. I think you've got to just, yeah, get a car. So we came here with a lovely driver called Rudolph, who kept us entertained with stories on the way. And a kind of anticipation, but nervous anticipation, because I know the Mayr's hardcore. That's why people come. I know it makes an enormous difference to your health. That's also why people come at the end. So we get here and we came upstairs, unpacked, and the minibar, there's just water. Just water. And the room's really lovely. I'll do a room tour as well, so don't worry about that. But yes, so go down to lunch. Lunch was a parsnip soup with butternut squash bits. I mean, it was really healthy, really delicious. Apparently the chef is a Michelin-starred chef, so very, very delicious, but not much of it. And then we had quinoa with roast butternut squash, and that was really nice, but again, not lots of it. And before we were allowed to start eating, we noticed that at everyone's table, you have the same table every day, they put down the tablet supplements that you're having. So there's like this medical bit of every table. And the waitress comes over and says, "So, you're at the Mayr clinic, do you know much about it?" And I sort of went, "Well, I've read everything on the internet there is to read about it. What's the deal?" And she said, "Well, until we have your individual program after you've seen the doctor, the general rule of thumb is chew everything 30 times to really get the acids in your mouth working on the food before you swallow it." So we chewed lots, took ages, took like 15 minutes to eat soup, which is insane. So I'm like shovel it all in. Husband calls me shovel hands because I eat really quickly and I want it to be over with. I'm like a bit of a quick eater. So did that, really struggled with it, chewed a lot, went to the doctor's appointment. So in the doctor's appointment, you're assigned a doctor for the week because you see them every day. So they talk through any issues you've got. They ask all kinds of questions about your lifestyle, your diet, all of that. And then they do an abdominal investigation. So they do things like they look at, they do an angle test on your ribs, and they can tell by that how bloated you are, because your ribs distend, sort of thing, if you're bloated. And they also massage all of your organs. So she knew that I had pain in a certain place just by going, "Did that hurt? Yeah, okay. This is what you've got." So then they cater your diet for you. Straight from, so I was saying I get the odd headache and I'm tired in the morning. So straight from the doctor's appointment, I went to have a blood test, and they have this beautiful room for like a blood test. It's amazing. You're overlooking the mountains. After you've had the blood test, I then had a vitamin infusion, which is just, you lie on a drip, again, beautiful room, overlooking the mountains, lying on a drip. That was really quite odd because I wasn't expecting to feel anything per se, but I felt this. So what they'd given me were vitamins with a particular lot of B12, because apparently vegetarians tend to be quite low on B12. And my head felt like there were forceps clutching it. It was agonizing. Really, really painful. Felt really weird. Thought initially like, oh, what if they've put some oxygen in the tube or something, you know, it felt really abnormal. But then apparently if you're deficient in things, that's quite normal. So that was sort of unpleasant / incredible. I went straight from that into a Tibetan bell treatment. Effectively where they take bowls of different metals and put them on your body and hit them, and they vibrate. And apparently doing so, it's a good treatment when you get here, because doing so sort of breaks down the waters in your body. Okay, the blockages because of water, because you're 70% water, so there can sometimes be areas that are a bit congested and they kind of want to get everything smooth. And it did. I mean, whether or not I felt like, oh yeah, I totally subscribe to that, I did feel incredibly relaxed and fell asleep face down. during it, and it was really, really relaxing, like as relaxing as a massage. Tibetan bells, came up here, took some, so I'd been prescribed random things like bitters and magnesiums or whatever, took all of them, and then went to dinner, which was really, I was going to say the waitress introduced our meal by saying, okay, the first few days are really bad, you're probably going to be quite hungry. So I knew it wasn't going to be meaty, but it was just a bread roll, and I mean a single bread roll. And she said, put it in your mouth, let it like sit for a while so that it softens, and then chew it. And they call this chew training, like a dog thing, chew training. So you chew it 30 times, it takes about 15 minutes to eat a single bread roll. And then we had broth, vegetable broth. This was just, it tasted like herbal tea, it was like water. And they tell you to eat it with a spoon so that you feel like you're eating more. Actually, I'm not hungry, which is odd, but I definitely don't feel satisfied. I don't feel like I've eaten loads. So, get up to the room, I'm feeling quite weird, not bad, not hungry, not great, not energetic, just different, really different, and just trying to relax and be peaceful. So I'm watching the swans on the lake and generally thinking this is just the most beautiful place in the world. But I'm probably going to be really hungry in a few hours. So, what I'm going to do now is do all the supplement things that they tell you to do. Have a bath, do my liver compress, which is something that you have to do every night here, and then wake up at 7 AM tomorrow to begin it all again.